Hello, hello, hello. This is Dominic Felgrand, your local lazy gamer. Yes, that's this. How are you? How's everyone? Hello, Dust. How am I? I'm, eh. But we're awake today. That's all that matters. I'm also very well fed today. Yeah, give me a second. I have to turn on my translator chant. Yeah. There you are. Okay. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Bear with me. I'm just going to get more things turned on. Because obviously I have to turn things on. Otherwise, what's the point of the art stream if there's no art to stream? Yeah. Yeah, hello. Yeah, hello. Cheese. Cheese. Chippies. Chip, cheese. How's everyone? Yeah, hello. Yep, turn this on. Bear with me, stuff is still happening. Oh, that's the worst possible time to get a phone call. Be right back. Sorry about that. That took up a little bit more time than it should have. Okay. We have more or less everything set the fuck up. Let's swap over to... Yes! Okay. No messing around. No weird shenanigans. There we go. That time, but we good. Pretty much. Right. I think... Yeah, I think that's good for now. So, what we have to do today, surprisingly enough, is not to create new backgrounds, because we have the 5 backgrounds we need. Today, we are going to be adding details to the background. Give me a second while I open all this stuff. Okay. So, what we need to do now is to add figures, people, characters in the background. And we have to make it work. We will make it work. It's like half the battle. Perfect. So, we have a lot of layers. What about... I have to be over here. Perfect. Okay, so I have an idea for what's going on in here. Oh yeah, the anime thing. The basically she's going, but it is what it is. So I'm not going to draw it where it should be. Instead, I'm going to draw it nearby. So what we're going to do, I'm going to try and identify the rough shape that I'm looking for. Okay, first stroke, not bad. Okay, second stroke, not bad. That one did not come out the way I hoped it would. Okay. Sure. That's not looking good. So I'll use that as a base instead. Okay, then we knock you off. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I'll take this. Now. There we go. I hate when that happens. What did I delete? Did I delete the ear? Okay, that should do there. Okay. Okay, this is a good start. I don't remember what Sniper Cat looks like. So this is not going to be Sniper Cat, this is going to be other cat. So, I think before commit to anything drastic, let's see if we can find Sniper Cat. Let's see now. Oh, no. Oh, interesting. Beam resources. No, that's old thumbnails. Downboard. Schedule. Resource. Profile. Nope. Pet. No. Gem art. Aha! I found you. There we go. We got him. He's on my phone. I just had to. He's on my PC. I just had to find him. So that's Sniper Cat. He's a little fatter than what we see here. Oh. here we go. Hey Tony, how are you? You're good? That's good. You're beating me to the punch every time though, Tony. Kinda concerned. Nice. Let's get this done with. Okay, that's a good start. Like there's some bleed over on the side. We'll worry about that later. Okay, that should do. Right, no, the cat only has... This is it. Okay, good start. I'll worry about that later. Slowly but surely. Would you look at that? Okay, good, good, good. Okay. Okay. So far so good. Right now we just need a face. Pretty straightforward face. Okay. Looks like the cat has to go up a couple of layers, which is weird. But that's super weird. I think I fucked up there. Okay, that's a problem. It's a very significant problem. Even the door. Why is the door above him? Oh, I see. But that's why it's messed up. But we can still work with this. It has to be above the door. There we go. That's going to make things really awkward, but we can work with it. Happy accidents. Not unhappy about these accidents. Don't know why I didn't future-proof that. But it is what it is. We're not using the red. Da 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 da. Off duty sniper cast. There we go. That's our first little start for liveling up the place. Let's see now. Anything else I can put in here? What do you think? Something to help spruce it up a little bit.
Wasn't Chat Cat an accident?
Yeah, but I didn't say it was a happy accident. Nice. Okay, that's a good start. But makes chat happy, so, well, yeah, fine. Fine, that may be true. Yay. Slowly but surely. Slowly but very surely. Okay. It'll do. Okay, that'll do. That chubby cat's cute. You like the random or mysterious unknown chubby pink cat? Is that what I'm reading here? At least it gives the place a little bit more personality. A little bit. Finally figured out where that was. Okay. Right, let's get really fucking close. There we go. There we go. Now, we have a total of 3 cats on the screen. I could go more. Don't know if I should. I could. So for now, go to this. Okay. Okay, I have an idea. Hmm. Okay. Just a box. Just a box. Nothing complicated, nothing sus, just a box. Okay. Just a box. There's not a lot I can add to the front. Hmm. Almost there. Okay. This is slow going, but has to be done. Okay. Things first. We need to get our hands on a grey, which we'll grab this one. Okay. Okay, this one should be easy. Okay. One more to go. Perfect. Okay. There we just nab you. Just go. Very good. Perfect. Not much, but adds a little bit of personality. Okay. So go back to 100%, scroll on up. Okay. It's a good start. I thought there was 2 shades of brown in this thing. Apparently not. Weird, I thought there were. There probably was in other pictures, but I didn't pick it up in this one. Okay. That's good. That's a good start. A little bit more personality than was there originally. It's not a big deal for now. That's fine as is. Okay, so what I'm looking at is the dining area and everywhere else. Okay, we get close. Finally. Da 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 da. Hmm. Okay. Good. It's all coming together. It's all coming together, bit by bit. Here we go. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I got a couple of ideas. Bear with me for this. Okay. You are the... Oh, I'm actually... Okay. There you are. Hmm. Okay. Okay. There we go. That one came out surprisingly well. Right, this next one should be a little bit interesting if I can figure it out. I don't know, I'm trying to get this one image here come right, but I can't really figure it out. Hmm. Nothing quite looks right. I'll have to do. Right, this is going to be our new little fucker. Is this the most cats you've done in a row? Yes. This is 100% the most cats I've ever done at any given point. Okay. Slowly getting there. Okay, almost there. You love that critter? Fair enough. I don't have a name for that critter. That critter just exists. Okay. I could make his eyes white, or I could make them yellow. So that's our what's it called? The guy who was behind the counter mixing tea and coffee. That's him. Like, so that's the inspiration for him, actually. The cat, Alice in Wonderland. Actually, from a distance, he's not too bad. They're supposed to be, it's considered a lanky, skinny-looking chat cat. Then it's like, let's make something a little bit more adventurous. And there you go. You got this guy with the winning smile. Yeah, you know, the bartender. The mixer. The one you go to for your cappuccino, and he might give you a magic potion that makes your, I don't know, and turns your ears into microphones or something. You never know, one of those weird people. Looks like one of those weird people, doesn't he? This will have to do. Okay. Got to keep this ball rolling. Bear with me. Now, what color is coffee? That's the big question here. Brown. How brown? Like brown or black brown? Hello, Small Splash. I haven't seen you. Wait, is Chat Cat dead? Wait. Give me a second. Chat Cat is volume mushed. Every time I turn on Chat Cat, there's like a 50% chance it works or don't. Did Chat Cat say something? Because I missed it.
Hello.
There it is. Wow, that took a long time. Oh, there is a point system. But that's new. That's very new. Light brown if you like it with lots of cream, darker if no cream. We'll get to that in a minute. Not about that much. Go about 46. That'll be a do about there. Okay. So we take this water and we make it darker. Very good. We take you. There we go. Okay. There we go. It's not new, just no one has tried to say all as their first messages. What is? Anyway. For better or for worse, and it's looking to be for about worse, there's our very unfortunate dark colored coffee. Okay. Now I have another one up here. Okay. Right. Scroll over here. Scroll up here.
Dubious coffee.
Dubious coffee is one way of putting it. Fancy little porcelain cups. Our little beakers. Okay. Then we'll go in and do that. Do that. Okay. Very small things. Again, it gives a little bit more personality. Just a little. Tailbone. That actually brings up a question. Dust, how many points do you have? How many points do I have? Now, that's a big question. I wasn't even aware that was an option. I seem to have a few. Holy shit balls. I guess they've been stockpiling. Well, you have been... Yeah, I guess they stockpiled. I thought they deleted after each stream. But no, I guess they've been stockpiling. Congrats, Dust. You're rich in points. Actually, I'm pretty sure you do. Since there are only two things you need to do to get points in this thing is to watch and comment. That's it. Watch and reply. That's it. Get points. A lot of this seems barren, but considering what we're planning to do with it, it's not bad. This table will have to be saved separately, but we can work on that. Yep. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. You know what that means? No. No, I don't. No. No clue. No clue what that means. Yeah, that should do. Hmm. Okay. You know what I mean? I could spam if he wants to, but I'm not going to let chat die. Help. I want to see if there's more commands. If there is, I don't know what commands do what anymore. Da, da, da. Follow age? What the hell? The hell type of commands is it giving ye? What the hell are you discovering? We look back up and I better see some weird developments going on. If you don't have custom commands, so I looked up some. Wish there was more to discover, but there isn't much. Guess it doesn't work. Either way, I know I've been subbed since about a year already. True, but again, I don't know if you were here when we first introduced ChatCat. Actually, I do know you're here. I don't know if ChatCat was here when you were here first. Okay. Isn't that fun? A year already. Time flies so fast. Time's flying way too fast. I feel heartbroken. Am I supposed to quantify the fact that I am now infinitely older than I was earlier? There we go. Nothing special. Job's getting done. Okay, I'm going to take a break, let my hands rest. To be fair, for
BAH. It's okay, you're forever 21.
until I keel over. So, progress-wise, we've done more or less everything I wanted to do. Which, honestly, looking at it, isn't a lot. There's a couple of things we can do with the kitchen. Add a few food stuff on the countertop there. Being one. But, all things considered, we have our 5 backgrounds. We have a lot of stuff applied to us. I still have a few things to work out before we can actually do the stream. So, it's not going to be coming just yet, but we are a lot closer than we were. But we're doing fantastic. Ooh. Like reviewing a list of maid etiquette. Ha! 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 But a few more things here and there will go wonders, but I think with the introduction of big bartender cat and big chef cat, we're getting through the idea that there's different shaped cats. Just need it a bit more dramatic. Want more myo myo kyuns? I don't know what etiquettes you're on about. Da 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 la 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 la. God no! What the hell would? Why would I be rude? Jesus! Stop making assumptions. Don't make assumptions. I'm going to be a perfectly eligible maid. Just, you know, I'm winging it. God, I'm tired. Oh, so let's talk about things that have been going on recently. Fuck all. But I have been playing a bit more Warframe again. Finally got the new Warframe and I built them. And surprised by how dirty that is. We'll see how that pans. But I know exactly what type of mage you wish I was. But yeah, I started playing it again, and I found out that next Friday we're getting a brand new game mode. I think it's an alert, so it's going to be a temporary. But basically, for one mission, you have to clear out an entire area with a ogress, which is a rocket launcher. It's the only weapon you're allowed to have equipped, and self-damage is back on. The flirty kind. But yeah, that should be a little bit of fun. It's going to be weird, silly, but that's coming next Friday. Self-damage in Warframe was god-awful. Like I said before, the weakest explosion could one-tap a Warframe. Because the damage we're outputting is literally in the millions, but our health could be only in the 100. There was no amount, not even a 90% damage mitigation could stop the self-damage from killing us. Heck, I'm pretty sure they brought it down to 99%. Could be wrong there. It used to be like 60%, then they went up to 90%. I don't know if they improved that any further, but then they just removed self-damage altogether. But I think at that point, they already got what they wanted. Which is to say, at the time, they wanted everyone to stop using the Toncore. Everyone was using explosions for all sorts of weird things. And then there was people that figured out how to use the explosions to make some of the most broken things. Like a 100% damage mitigating Trinity that turned your entire team immortal. And that was a thing. Of course, they had to nerf that twice just to stop it from being immortal. All I'm saying is, you're not far from the video. Bull. Complete bull. No, bull. He only wishes he'd be half as good as me. I joke. That's bull. That's not what I am. That's what everyone wishes I was. Every time I load up the stream, they wish for me to come in there kissing and panty-shotting and everything. What else have I been doing? I've grinded out everything that's currently available in Monster Hunter Wilds. So, other than fashing farming, or just passive grinding, I've literally got nothing left to do. Maybe leveling up my armor sets. That's about it. A second. I remember some people coming across complaints about Wilds saying that Wilds didn't have much in the diversity of armor, because at the end of the day, only like the same 6 to 8 armor pieces were being used across the board for almost every build. And there was rarely any variation between them, because the best builds you can make were raw damage. Even if you did elemental damage, still raw damage was still better. So at first I didn't agree, but then I thought back to the fact that we used to have weapon skills on the armor sets, and no matter what version of Monster Hunter you played, people just stacked weapon damage on top of everything to make their builds. There's not many defensive builds out there, and even the defensive ones are aggressive. So it was kind of a pity, but I got what he meant. Because there's no weapon skills on the armor sets anymore, it means you can't, like, there's not a lot of diversity in the armor's pieces anymore. Because all the offensive skills, with the exception of a few, have all been moved over to the weapons themselves, which is an interesting gimmick. Don't get me wrong, I actually like the idea of offensive skills being on the weapon. But because they're only on the weapons, people aren't really stacking defensive skills even to this day. Heck, Worlds had a better utility stacking than Wilds does. And that's only because... Actually, I don't know why that was. Like, in Worlds, you only needed so much damage to be effective. So you had room with all those offensive skills to also slip on a few healing skills. But you had so many different abilities scattered across so many different armor pieces. You could eventually build what you're looking for. Eventually. But in Wilds, I guess it, same 10 pieces, I'll say, is on pretty much all my armor pieces. On all my builds, I mean. The most... maybe a little bit more. Like, at most, you'd probably run 4 different kind of legs. That would be the ice dragon legs, the Mitsu legs, the Gormagala legs, and the... what's the other one? If you're going for the 4-piece burst, you'd use Odogi. And they were like the only real legs you'd use, realistically speaking. With that, you never like metas? It's not even about meta. It's like, sure, build how you want, play to your comfort, but generally speaking, you're eventually going to find yourself drifting that way. Because all you're doing is damage and crit. That's all you really put a stacking on your builds, damage and crit. There's a few weapons that have different requirements. Some might need a bit of constitution. Some might need a bit of stamina recovery. Some completely piss on crits completely. That would be your gun lance. Gun lance's damage is all in its artillery shells, and the artillery shells scale off attack. So you're just buffing the ever living fuck out of your attack to get the most out of it. If you wanted to play a hard defensive ones, you'd probably try and get a bit of constitution and stamina recovery on there. I know, oh, what's it called? Monster Hunter World, when they brought in the Bahamut, we had to go all in on defensive stuff. So there was a time where running defense was really, really desirable. But again, now all that stuff is on the weapons. Guard up, guard, Constitution is on, and the stamina recovery, they're all on the armor, but guard and guard up are on the weapons. And it's competing for 3 slots locations as well. And make matters worse, they're also competing for your aggressive stuff. Like, take Gunlance for example. You want magazine and you want artillery. Artillery increases the damage of your shots, and magazine adds more shots to the gun. So the two together just drastically increases the damage of your attacks, your combos. Then you have like 1 slot for what? Offensive guard, or shield up, or guard up, I mean, or something else. It doesn't really leave a whole lot of room for diversity, I suppose. Kind of weird how that works out, isn't it? I mean, the weapons now matter a lot more than they did in the past. The problem is they matter a lot more than they did in the past. Now, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying there's a lot of valid points to the criticism that's coming from build diversity. Never played any Monster Hunter World? Monster Hunter World wasn't too far off any other Monster Hunter. In fact, Monster Hunter World was the first of the Monster Hunter series to make building your sets this easy. When they introduced that gem system, any kind of build you wanted, you could max out on any decent set, so long as you know what you're combining. Obviously, wilds have taken on after that, but again, now the good thing is about this, the only good thing about this, once you get one good build, it could probably work for most of your other builds. Then you can just level up that one set and you're good to go. Now keep in mind, there are two mentalities when it comes to, well, technically three mentalities when it comes to building your armor, and they will affect everything. There is the min-max speedrunner mentality, which I don't like, but some people do, where they just try and min-max everything they can, all they can. So they max out the bonus damage on the monsters enraged, or max burst, which adds more damage on their attacks when they attack multiple times, and so on and so forth. They just stack as much damage as they can to get a kill within the first 5 minutes of the fight. And realistically, I'm not going to be doing that. Neither is most other people. But if you go online to look up builds, that's what you're finding. Speedrunner builds. Now my mentality is consistency but fun, you know? So I could sacrifice a bit of damage for a bit of utility, depending on what I'm playing with and why. Like if I'm going balls to the wall and I have my confidence going, I'd put Counter-Strike on my build. But if I just didn't want to deal with Roar, I'd drop Counter-Strike and put on earplugs. Counter-Strike is kind of funny, because basically if you get knocked down by the monster, you get bonus attack for a limited time. So my build is hinged on the high probability that I'm going to get fucking yeeted by a monster. Devs, regulars, and sweats. True. I don't think devs I don't think the devs view matters at the moment, because the devs intended view kind of gets pissed on by every other viewpoint, which is the player's view. Because if the devs have a view for, you know, a certain set but aimed in such a way, players will go, oh, cool. Can I make my current set better? No? Okay. 3 feet something, you're getting yeeted by anything. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Now again, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that there is validity in some of the crap that's been said. Personally, I want to expand upon my criteria. Like, I'd like to look more into things like pure elemental and all that, just to see if I can have a bit of fun with that. I know. We'll see how the Arc Temple Raid Owl pans out. Now, if I'm being honest, I think there has been some amazing switch ups in the recent hunts. Like the Mitsu boots alone is a fantastic addition to any kind of build. At least if they're using burst. Which almost everyone is. Why am I getting smaller? Why am I getting smaller in your thing? Why? I was estimated at roughly 4 foot by you originally. Then I went down to 3 foot. Now you're trying to push me down to 2 feet. By the end of this, I'm going to be the size of a tennis ball. That's what I'm seeing right now. I'm going to be the size of a tennis ball. Fuck you. I'm not a tennis ball. Basketball. Second. Sure there's nothing weird going on. Okay. Done diddly daddlying over there. Was Fluffer West adorable? The short critter. Cheeseburgers. Okay. What time is it? Oh, I just have to check a bunch of stuff. Oh, that reminds me. I decided to add a new game to the schedule. Would the Palico be cute?
Would the Palico be as cute if they were taller, for example?
Yeah, but Palicos are, you know, taller than 2 feet. I think. Besides, they're not that small. I'm sure I can take a Palico in a fight. I'm pretty sure I can take a Palico in a fight. Okay. Trying to remember. Didn't we already get notification on what the first Monster Hunter Wilds collab is going to be? So, Capcom collab, is that what it's called? Oh no, that's the Monster Hunter Now collab. Different thing. Oh, we'll have to wait and see. Saw a doll's nest, looks so cool. Couldn't tell if it's Souls-like, but I saw girls and mechas, so that's neat. Yep, that's what we're going for. Whenever it is, we're going to be playing it. Probably a Wednesday. I'm gonna have fun with that one. I want to have fun with that one. Be a nice change of pace, you know. I am a bit put off by one small detail in that one though. Like, what's it called? Everything in the game looks dirty and gritty, but the models of the anime girls look you know, anime. So it kind of like two different styles are clashing with each other. That's my only gripe with it so far. So we'll have fun playing with it. After so many long forms, the break is needed. So you never know, this could be another long form game. I mean, it has a story, like. I'm hoping it's not a huge story, but it has a story. Ugh. Ooh, really tired today. I don't know what it is. Let's swing over to just chatting. I don't know if I'll continue, but we'll make up our mind later. For now, we just talk. We talk for a bit, right? Yeah, maybe. That's what I was thinking as well, because I from the trailers, I know a little bit about the story. So we'll see how it pans out, I guess. Like AI limits, just that's true. That's true. For some reason, my ear is killing me now. Okay, so besides that, I went on a binge for a bit in on what you call it, Steam, and I just started wishlisting a whole bunch of mecha games. We'll see how that pans out. But as I said before, once we start cutting things off, once we start cutting down all the long form games that we have, I'm probably going to start up an RPG and just play right the way through that. By the gods, do I need to play an RPG? I'm not talking mecha RPG, I'm talking about fantasy RPG. I have a few games lined up for something like that anyway. Oh well.
Cough. Oblivion. JK.
Nah, that's money. I played the original Oblivion. All the way one long way back. It was fun. One thing you have to have in Oblivion under all circumstances is a silver sword. A silver any weapon. The reason is because ghosts exist in the game, and ghosts are immune to all physical damage with the exception of silver. I'm pretty sure you can get away with it if you have a ghost weapon or a magic, but if you don't, you need a silver. I'm going to assume that's the case. I also heard that a lot of things got removed. I'll have to verify that one myself later. But supposedly a lot of things got removed. We'll see how much is still in there. You gotta be like a Witcher. It just means you have to have options on you at all times. You can circumvent it with magic, but there you go. The old Oblivion also had magic crafting. I don't know if it's in the current Oblivion, but in the old one, you could get your hands on magic and you can mix and match a whole bunch of different magics in different grades of spells. You get a whole bunch of different types of spells, some of which are completely useless. Like there's a spell that gives you a bunch of buffs, but also sets you on fire, and then you just die from the fire. There's a lot of weird shit like that. it's just you can get creative, and from that creativity you get weird stuff. But sometimes you get some really weird stuff, like the ability to turn yourself invisible for a stupid amount of time, and other stuff. But no, it does tend to be fun. I think most people just made meteorite spells. I think it was meteorite spells. They made a lot of AoE spells. Oh yeah, trust me, there is a lot. And once you learn the spell, it's permanently unlocked as your own custom spell. Some of them have stupid spell costs as well. It means you need a hefty investment in mana. Some of them, not all of them. But again, I don't know if that's still in the game or not. It seems they kept some of the bugs as well, like the one that gives you infinite lockpicking. Not lockpicking, health. Pickpocketing. They had to balance it somehow. No, they didn't back in the day. The only way magic building OP mana magic with low mana cost. Huh? People probably figured out a way of making it work. You never know. I don't remember much about those days. Just that I just knew that at one point I went around trying to get all the spell components so I can learn all the spells. Don't think I ever did it. I don't know. I did that mostly just for the giggles. I never actually made much use of magic outside of like skeleton summoning. But yeah. I have this faint memory of a staff that summoned a goblin, a stinky goblin, I think. And I think once you equipped it, you couldn't unequip it. I saw that message redacted, but I didn't see that message. What did you say? What did you say? Yeah, man. What did you say? That was the lockpicking. They keep seeing shorts about being hard. It wasn't hard. It was just tedious. It's a lot of just keep bouncing the pin until it stops, locks in place, and then you move on. Sometimes when you're messing around, you might knock out a pin somewhere in the tree and you just go back to it and just knock it back up. It wasn't particularly hard, but it probably required practice. Phone goes crazy when you tap fast. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm trying to remember most of my playthroughs of that damn game. One of the things about the game you have to keep in mind as well is that, like Skyrim, it has weapon scaling, but it has it out the asshole this time around. Because weapons scale off your level. And that means a weapon, if you pick up, and there's a lot of unique weapons, but because all the weapons scale off your level, you pick up a particularly powerful late game weapon early, you won't be able to guess it in its late game form because you picked it up early and it's unique. I think in Skyrim, not Skyrim, in Oblivion, in the new Oblivion, I think there's a bonus you can buy that gives you like special weapons and horse armor that have 0 value on them, but they scale to your level, and you can keep asking for new ones, and they'll keep handing you over as many new ones you want, and the new ones will scale to your current level. You can't do anything with them other than throw them away because they have a value of 0. But you could do that. That's apparently a new thing. I heard it also includes horse armor, which made me side-eye the old horse armor DLC. the DLC that's believed to be the grandmother of all modern microtransaction. It was like £8. No, it was more than that. It was a surprisingly chunk of money for like 2 pieces of horse armor. We come full circle, yes. Now you can pay to have horse armor and some other gear early in the game. And you can keep going back to get more. $10 now. I think it used to be like somewhere between 8 and 15. I don't remember. Like when I saw that horse armor bullshit, I was very young. I did want it, only because I was even back then I had the collector's mentality when it comes to playing games. Kind of funny though. I don't know. I do not know. I've been seeing more and more people on Twitter are becoming aware of Zone of the Ender's extended lore. They got this. People are amazed by the orbital frame's cockpits, and apparently there's been some new appreciation for Dolores and her maid outfit. That's fair. I'm like that with Warframe. I just keep putting money into it every now and again. Oh, more people? Yep. More people. People are coming around to the idea of a cheeky girl robot the size of like a 2-story building. More than, probably like a 5-story building. Then, yeah. I'm seeing more and more people looking for information on where that anime came from. I'm like, I'm for that. Dolores definitely deserves some love. Idolo as well, if people are interested who happen to be watching. That's the one you start with. It's Idolo, then the first season of Dolores, then Zone of the Enders 1, second season is Dolores, Fist of Mars, and then Zone of the Enders 2. That's the entire franchise, in order. Yay. That was fun though, Dolores. You ever finish it? Yeah. No, I think you mentioned you're like halfway through it or something. I'm looking forward to playing that Robot Dolls game. You're like 2/3 there. Getting there, bit by bit. Hello. Hello. Oh, tired. I had to go to bed today. One of those weird days, you know? Always tired. But at least I'm awake this time for our stream. That's a big deal, I think. A lot of weird things going on over there. Oh, early today? What you being early today? Oh. Oh, why am I so tired? I'm not even, I haven't even been out and about doing much. I'm just bollocks. Okay. Sleep early, I mean. Oh, probably. I'm probably going to sleep as soon as I get off, if I'm being perfectly honest. No, I think I'm done with the art for today. We made a lot of progress, so I can't complain. I've PAX week ahead. It's a little bit involved. I hope to get it done. I hope we make progress. I mean, there's a lot in front of us when I think about it. Like, we've done... Oh, just with Zone of the Enders... Not Zone of the Enders. I'm stuck in that now. With Super Robot Wars 30 alone, we're going to be, you know, digging through that shit. Oh yeah, the artwork has been... thank you. Hey, Pat. Hey,
You've done a lot of progress this 2 weeks already.
Of course. I'm that awesome. I'm that super special awesome. Yay. They're only small things, but small things add up, I like to think. Like, we went from very dead looking areas to the areas having a little bit more life and charm. Just a little bit. And to be fair, because they're just background noises, background stuff, I'm not going to overindulge. But I am going to be putting a bit more effort here and there. Now, still got a lot of work to do though. We're almost there, I think. Almost. What's left there? We have the chef, we have the bartender, we have the cat sitting in the table, but more like hanging off the table, but still. And in the main area, we added a sign to the front of the thing, which is good. Oh yeah, a sign and a little you know those chalkboards. And then in the street that we'll be opening with, we have Sniper Cat and the random pink cat. We have the Burger Cat, but the Burger Cat was there since the first time we threw it, so it is what it is. You're gonna do the best mates to win. I'll do an okay job, I like to think. Ooh. Not going to get used to being this tired. I should be used to it. I'm always this tired. Always this tired. Surprised you haven't been abusing the soundboard at all lately. Don't think you're getting sick? If I am sick, I've been sick for 20 years. Give or take. Don't worry. If I get sick, it just means your maid stream will be pushed off for a bit. Unless I keel over and die. Then the maid stream's off for a long time. Isn't that just joy? Joy, 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 joy. Trust me, it's cause I forget to get busy. Fair. many games are we? Apparently I have 911 games. Huh. Does the day get slow without a Dom stream? You have a couple of animes lined up. Oh, what animes do you have? Me personally, I've been watching that, was it, To Be Hero X? That's been a surprisingly fun one. New episode should be out today. I have to watch that. Bed and breakfast for spirits. I'll have to look into that one. Give me a second, I'm writing it down. Currently watching Frieren. I need something story oriented because I will sit and watch action instead of working. Fair. Frieren's a fantastic one. It was a really fun watch. Da 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 da. Trying to think. You know that thing where the brain goes doo, 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 and it results in something, you know, like. But for some reason it's been like, and I don't know. Fun. Brain is making you tear up first. Ep had you teary in the cubicle. It should. It should. Frieren is a fantastic story after the hero's triumphant return, and one told from a really fun perspective. I genuinely look forward to it. Is she? Okay. I know. All I know is that you're gonna have fun with it. I know I did. I hope you have so many grand adventures. It reminds you of your raiding group in Destiny. It's an odd one. Fair enough. They are a ragtag, and it's really cool. You're having fun. That's the big thing, isn't it? Having fun. God. It does. It's surprising how hard it is to find, you know, that one anime that's just fun. I think everyone has at least one, you know? One anime that kind of just speaks to them, that plays with them, that, you know, feels good, that, you know, has tropes and themes that feel great or reminisce on things. Or maybe to just change things up from your usual formula. I think right now I'm having a lot of fun with To Be Hero X. Yeah. Because it kind of it takes a lot of the common tropes with hero shows and so on and so forth, and it's playing with them. Nothing too drastic, but it's fun. And I like it. You weren't expecting much out of Freerin, and then you sleep in. You slept, and then you slept in. And I binge watched it at the office. Freerin will catch you by your balls. It'll completely catch you unaware. And honestly, that's good. It's a hit or miss show. I'm going to be straight with that. There's a lot of people there who just, they won't click with them. But if it does click with you, oh, it's going to click hard. I don't know. Freerin was a fantastic watch. No matter what the internet tells you. Ooh. Also, that last horror game we played, Kuon by FromSoft, that was a surprisingly good horror game, if I'm being perfectly honest. Especially for its time period. Wasn't expecting it. Well, I partly expected it, but I didn't expect it to work out the way it did. Because even the little dagger that they give you is surprisingly well built for the gameplay. It's surprisingly well built for its game. The game is obviously built around the idea of don't let the monsters get close, use your talismans to fight back, push them back, so on and so forth. But there's just something about the knife that even if you're pushed back, it's still a fantastic tool. That's a big deal to me. Good stuff and short story on the Ying side. But to be fair, it was a 3-hour long story, which is a lot for those that in age. Well, yeah, actually, let's be real, it was a lot. A lot of horror games back then depended on leading everyone by the nose and then not telling them where anything is, then making ridiculously difficult and convoluted puzzles to solve the issue of not having the thing that you're supposed to have. This game was very straightforward. There was some puzzle solving, but
you gotta parry the spirits.
You gotta parry the spirits. You do got to parry the spirits. Casual. Actually, the spirits were the easy part. They could get taken out by one hit of anything. It was the non-spirits that you had to work to kill. The little babies, the kids, the tiny bald bastards with the long fingernails, they were probably the ones that gave me the most trouble throughout the game. Like, the humans were fine, you know, the zombies. The water people were fine, we just threw a lot of fireballs at them. Everything has been relatively fine, but the only ones that consistently gave me trouble was the very first monsters you actually fight in the game. They keep reappearing throughout the game. And then there was that one bastard. Remember the one we had to chase outside and murder? Yeah, I think he was late stage decay, because his rot looked very similar to Ying's rot. To the sister's rot in the Ying story. Surprisingly fun story. Lots of a bit of obvious in the storytelling, if I'm being perfectly honest, but there was still fantastic little twists, you know. But yeah, twist centered around her was absolutely fantastic, and the consequences of her action, and only finding out all about it towards the end was amazing. And then it just reminds you that, hey, there was another character here. Yeah, this story mode's over. If you want, you can play as the other character, probably until you reach her end of the story mode. Probably another 3-4 hours, when we're real. Then after we beat that, we have to figure out what the last story is, because apparently there's 3 story modes. Yin, Yang, and one that's only acquired after beating Yin and Yang. And since we bet Yin, well, there we go. Still, I'm kind of curious now. How are they going to differentiate Yang from Yin? Then we have to we'll unlock the minigame when, as we progress through Yang's story. Because we already got the pieces from Ying's story, all we need is the board from Yang's story. That's it. Game over. I will get it done one way or the other, that's for sure. No, we've been talking non-stop for a while now. I'm just going to change the title of this stream to chatting. Okay, I'll keep us going for a bit. Yap stream.
Yap stream.
We know I'm not much of a yapper. We'll yap for a little. Yes. We just need topic. Topic. Any suggestions? Fuck you. You do yap though? I don't yap. I sometimes open my mouth and vomit comes out. Word vomit. Also, I've ran out of calorie mates. Yay. I'm heartbroken. That was supposed to be Shuba. Wait, how did that happen? Shuba's in there. That Shuba should be there.
Oh no, buy more.
Buy more, he says. Oh yeah, excuse me while I go import another 50 quid's worth of calorie mates. I'm not sure if it even lasted the week, actually. Oh, I did buy something. But I don't know if it's coming anytime soon. Give me a second to check some stuff. No. I ordered some cheap trackers for VR chat. And we'll see how that pans out. I don't think it will pan out anytime soon because, you know, you have to build it and then they'll be sent out. But the estimated delivery time is either 27th of next month or 14th of the month after. But yeah, I bought some cheap trackers and we'll see how they pan out if we get them anytime soon. There'll only be 5 pieces, and I plan, because we have Quest 2, I'm going to hook one up to my waist, with 2 to my knees and 2 to my legs, or my ankles. And we'll use that as my base trackers, since my head and my wrists are going to be tracked anyway. Oh yeah, it's going to be a while before they arrive, unfortunately. It is what it is. But we will get there, one way or the other. We always do. I look forward to getting it all to work out. I hope. Still, I look forward to getting it all to work. Ooh. By the time I realise it'll be here. Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's the hope anyway. Enough time shoots by that it just arrives and that's that. Second. Okay. Wow. But yeah, I got a lot of what looks like one-off games as well. So I'm going to definitely be playing Doll's Nest for the time being. The hell? Anyway, yeah. I'm definitely going to be... Sorry, I just looked at the Atlas community page. It's just... Oof. No, it's just... Oof. Just... Oof. Jesus. Anyway, need to get off that. Yeah, Atlas. ATLYSS. 31. The furry Dark Souls game. I was going to do something weird VR yesterday, but you fell asleep. What are you going to do weird in VR? What are you going to do weird in VR? Ooh, what were you up to? You want to pay Atlas? It seems weird, in a funny way. We'll see how it pans out. Regardless, you know what? It's been 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm a little tired, and I think I've run dry of things to talk about. What do you think? Do you think there's anything left to talk about? Oh, it's supposed to be I'm gonna do something in VR. Sure. Do something weird in VR yesterday. No, I'm fairly sure that's a pretty on the ball thing. What's that weird thing you were up to? Was it unspeakable? Was the thing you wished to do unspeakable? We could talk about our feelings at the campfire. We don't have a campfire. I'm sure we can set fire to a box or two. Isn't that right, Box? Box? I promise it wasn't a weird thing. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I believe you. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. I'm say so because I say so. Isn't that the correct answer? Say so because you say so. You should look into it. I think I have a live 2D model of Depresso from... What's the name of that game that everyone was playing for a little bit? Palworld. Depresso from Palworld holding a cup of coffee. Found it already. Okay. Nico's your favorite? Well, I'm going to copy Ko-Fi. I'm going to dump it into general chat. There you go. Have fun. Now you can be Depresso with your espresso. That's what you want, isn't it? Oh, but days. All the espresso. All the espresso. Sorry, I'm falling down the Atlas rabbit hole right now. Jesus. Fuck. Okay. People seem to be having a field day with us. Okay. Look, I'm not part of the community, but Atlas gameplay looks fun. I'm sure it does. Oh. Sorry, I need to get out of this rabbit hole. Bear with me. Jesus Christ. If I stay down there, it'd be worse than that Marine waving her ass in that one game. Holy shit. You're the one that first brought it up, and that you're surprised I even knew about it. You showed your hand first, Hey, it's expected from me. Everyone should expect me to have the stuff. Excuse you, what now? Well, again, I've been playing a little bit of Hitman as well, trying to get back into the swing of that. And I made good progress on unlocking a few things, but otherwise, I haven't been really feeling it. Marine shaking the yeah. Oh yeah. Until she popped her back. I know that feeling. If I don't want to feel that again. Jesus. You know what I still find funny? Everyone's desperate for news on Elder Scrolls 6. And then they just randomly drop out of nowhere Elder Scrolls 4. Just threw an Elder Scrolls 4 out of the way. They didn't even bother with another Skyrim. Just straight, they're just like, okay, now we're going to work our way backwards. Now they're going to release Oblivion for another 10 years straight. And then they're going to release Morrowind. Then we'll have 10 years on Morrowind. And then they're going to release whatever game before that. Was it Daggerfall? I don't remember the name of the game that came before that. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass you on. And it seems we have... The only one we seem to have available right now is Higgs. So I'm going to shove you over to you on Twitch. I'm going to shove you over to Higgs. The Re-Release Company, they've been struggling with the idea of a new IP for a long while. I think they were trying to be creative in the lazy way and it didn't work out with that Starfield or whatever it's called. So, what happened. I think it's just a lot of the usual over-promising and under-delivering. But still, I'm going to pass you the buck over. So, where is Late Channel? Gorilla Stream and what? Wow. Okay. Oh, right, I'm in the just chatting stream, so obviously people are just chatting. Okay, people on my follow list at least. Oh, he's playing Metroid games. Okay. You need a fluff emote. Well, we haven't unlocked the right to use emotes yet. When we unlock the right to use an emote, then we'll go all in. And we'll make our own sexy emotes. We'll have fluff with bouncing boobs. Not really. We'll have sexy teasing maid fluff. Not really. And we'll have super angry middle finger fluff. Possibly. Jokes aside, I'm gonna leave you go. It was a short stream today, but at least you got a stream. Anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for other stuff. Good luck. Goodbye. I wish you all the best. I will tease you, abuse you. All I want Goodbye. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna send you off. Okay, bye. Bye. Fuck off.